It is 7 p.m. on the 12th day of August, 2025. As presiding officer, I hereby call this regular meeting of the Vernonia Rural Fire Protection Board of Directors to order. Please note, the meeting is being recorded. Public comments will be accepted during the public comment section of the agenda. Please rise for pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, do we have any additions to the agenda? Has everybody had a chance to review the agenda?
I'd like to add, if possible, if you'd like to consider it, kind of a check limit for monthly bills. So you'll see, again, we have a large stack of bills and just kind of an amount that you would approve of Brody and I to be able to send off. I understand that some are, 5,000, but some that are $80 here, and it'd be nice if we could just have it approval.
New
Right.
business?
If we could add that under new.
Yes, let's add it.
Okay. Thank you.
What is?
Okay.
I guess that would be what? New business, ACD. E?
Yeah,
This agenda, so-
it should be quick. I blame them.
You tabled everything last time.
That's what we're gonna do next month. He knows what it's like to leave for a week,
Yep.
a month.
All right, members present. Neil,
James George,
John Potter, Amy Barton.
Archie, Steve, you present? Greg Brady, Fire Chief.
Board Secretary Charlotte Tanner.
and everybody else signed in. So we're gonna do approval of minutes from our last from the June regular board meeting. Everyone's had a chance to review it at this point, I would assume. So even though you weren't there, you're caught up to speed on what was discussed. I would entertain a motion to approve them if there's no issues.
I second it.
gotta make a
You have
motion.
to motion to second it.
I'll make a motion to approve the June 10th, 2025 board meeting minutes.
Now you can second it. I second it. I'll get it eventually.
Is there any debate or discussion, comments? All right, move to vote. James,
Aye.
Steve? Is that an aye?
He's muted.
Dawn,
Aye.
Amy?
Yes.
Motion carries. All right, approval of minutes from the special meeting on June 17. Is there a motion?
I'll make a
No.
motion to accept those minutes.
Have a motion? Is
I'll second it.
there any comment or debate? Seeing none. James, how do you vote?
Aye.
Steve?
Aye.
Dawn?
Aye.
Amy?
Yes.
Unanimous, motion carries. All right, approval of minutes from the regular board meeting on July 8th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from July 8th, 2025.
Do we have a second?
Second.
I'll let Charlotte catch up. Any debate or discussion? James, how do you vote?
Aye.
Steve?
Aye.
Dawn?
Aye.
Amy?
Yes.
Unanimous, motion carries. Left.
Better. Our next newsletter will be in the October issue of The Voice. And Scott also did a really great article, if you guys saw the Rural Life magazine.
Saw the cover of it. It's sitting on my nightstand. Hasn't been read yet.
So if you get a chance to read that, he did a really great job on that.
The cover looked nice.
It was a
The
surprise.
the article,
Mhm.
the article is really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. Well done.
Yep, well written.
Is that it for newsletter?
That is it.
All right, correspondence.
And I have no correspondence this month.
Well, that's easy.
I know.
Treasurer's report.
Any
Yellow
changes?
tab, your yellow tab, there is one change that I needed to add. I just had to add, the plumbers came out today to repair the drain in the cleaning room there, so I did, you'll see one more check here that needs to be signed, and it's one that I have printed on here, highlighted, and then I can update your guys' books with the new one. The meeting is over.
Is there a motion to pay the bills?
A motion to pay the bill.
So moved.
That makes Steve, you're seconding that.
Okay, I second it.
I have one question before we move to vote, and I'm sure it's fine, but there was an entry for jet boil and jet boil fuel.
Yes.
What's that for?
That is for wildland, so.
So
we
when they're
have-
out?
Yeah, we have 72-hour boxes.
Yep.
And we have realized that we have the actual dry foods, but we had nothing to,
No way to.
then no way to make them warm, so we
Perfect.
had to purchase those for our boxes.
Okay. James, how do you vote?
Aye.
Steve,
Aye.
Don,
Hi.
Amy,
Yeah.
unanimous, let's
Yeah,
pay bills.
Yeah. It's Vernonia, right?
No, it's
No,
not.
with Don. And then Steve.
I can be your second signer.
I think it was last meeting, we were gonna look into whether or not I'm actually approved as a
That's a
signer.
new
That's a new.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, so-
These two are added if you'd like to share your stack.
I will share the wealth.
And
Can you-
Steve, you've been added as well to the bank account, so all three of you, we just need for new business to add Neil.
Of course. There's that guy.
Can you guys keep working while the chief starts his report?
Yep.
That'd be okay?
Okay. We are in summertime and things are crazy around here, so, the whole town.
Yeah.
So, I've really condensed this down to what I think is the most important stuff you guys hear. First of all, just like to start off last night, we had a graduation ceremony for 5 graduates of the, Firefighter One Academy, 4 from Scappoose Academy, 1 from Banks Academy. So we are welcoming 5 new graduates. They are just polishing up their required task books by the state, and hopefully in the next month, 2, 3, we're gonna send their information in and get them all completely certified. But they've done the bulk of the work. We're very proud of them. And we had a little ceremony for them last night. Afterwards, we had a fun little drill. We went down to the Dewey Pool, all of us, and we did some rope rescue stuff, and we did some cool things, some confidence stuff. People actually put on turnouts and SCBA and fall into the river, yes, and show that they're gonna float. Even when those turnouts, which weigh 25 pounds dry, they weigh 100 pounds wet, and they floated no problem. So it's not something we worry a lot about here in Vernonia, but you can easily call down to System Fire in Scappoose or St. Helens on the river and just give them the confidence, like, you're falling, you're not gonna die.
Right.
Okay, so here we go. Total calls for service in the month of July was 52. Year to date, that brings us up to 347. And as requested last year, our year to date was 352. So we're right on track. This Jamboree weekend definitely brought our numbers up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We
You guys were busy.
yeah, we ran a lot of medical calls and nothing, well, we did have a fire I'll talk about here in a second. We've had some work done on our equipment. We got away in June without any problems. This month we discovered some leaks and some things like that on both our heavy brush and just recently on our primary engine. Just some basic leaks and stuff. So we had to get those fixed. They've all fixed and they're working. And then fortunately, we had a small leaking valve on our water tender. It was an $80 part, and Dean Smith came in and fixed that for free. So once again, I thanked him, but please thank him again.
Yep, he's happy to do it.
Interesting calls. We had a house fire on the night of August 1st, Friday night of Jamboree weekend. We were fortunate that we upstaffed that weekend. We had a bunch of extra people here at the fire station. So we were able to make an aggressive attack on the fire. Kudos to Lieutenant Carr for leading that attack. We had some exterior damage on one side of the house, and the attic space was involved. They did a lot of cutting and stuff to get to the fire. It was one of these older houses that were built quite well, and so we learned that our normal way of getting into an attic was not adequate. We had to use chainsaws, and we cut a lot of holes in this house, but we did stop it. The house is going to be rebuildable. I'm estimating about $75,000 damage. And assistance was provided from Miss Bergfeld. Scaptions was on their way. We canceled before they got here. We had two back-to-back wildland fires, both in the same area. They were down in the Wolf Creek area along Highway 26, which is just the first fire was actually inside of our county. Lieutenant Carr was the first one on scene. They mounted an attack on that, got that under control. As he was clearing that fire, he found another fire down there. There's a shooting area down there. That was a much larger fire, which required much more effort on both us and we had Banks and Clatsop County there, ODF. It was a big deal, but we got that taken care of. I participated in 3 mutual aid calls to Clatsop County Fire District, and it's all because I just happened to be heading home, and there was a truck on me in front of me, a chip truck that was on fire. I'm going down Clatsop County Hill to Clatsop County, the truck on me is on fire. He didn't know it. So I reached back into my deputy days and I did a traffic stop on him. I pulled him over with red and blue lights. And he goes, "What's going on?" I said, "Your damn truck's on fire." He goes, "Oh my God," his brakes had locked up and overheated, and he's driving down the hill and there were sparks, and this is on one of these warm evenings, sparks and crap going everywhere. So
Oh my gosh.
pulled him over. Clatsop County Fire came and hosed down his truck, so we got that taken care of. Another one was an elevator rescue at the hotel in Clatsop County. I just happened to be there. And then the other night when I was heading home, they had a pretty large fire at the Wana Mill that I went out there and ended up taking command of that fire. And we were there probably 3.5, 4 hours. I put on their build. We did send a bill, but the billing agency rejected it because we do not bill for structure fires. And maybe I will work for them because they are technically not in a fire district. The one at Pacific Mill is not part of any fire district. They have their own private fire department on scene. And so I'll have a little discussion about that. But anyway, then we also went to Clatsop County on animal rescue recently. Lieutenant Abney was out there on that. And yeah, so it's been a pretty interesting month.
And what was the animal rescue?
A horse, wasn't a horse?
3 horses. 3 horses? Oh, that's not good.
So our training topics for the month of July, we did a wildland drill. We had another self-contained breathing apparatus demonstration brought to us. We did vehicle fires, scene size up, EMS with spinal mobilization, typical stuff. Total man hours of training last month was 229. And upcoming training is going to be vehicle extrication, and we're doing some officer training as well for all of our officers here. So that's mixed in with whatever else we can plug in on our other days. So administrative wise, several volunteers have donated time to stand by the station. These ones that come down for more than 2 hours in uniform, ready to go on calls. Who's time by Chief Meyer. 225 hours put in by our volunteers last month. My sincere appreciation for them. They help us out. They're here, and we appreciate their efforts. Our summer staffing grant is going very well. No issues reported. I want to pull out the back shed. If you notice it when we pulled in, has been painted by our one and only Mr. Director James George.
Oh,
Thank you.
and Jason.
And
Yep.
Jason, yes.
Jason made sure I didn't fall off the ladder.
So thank you very much for doing it. Looks fantastic. And he did that for cost of paint and that was it. So excellent. Very much appreciated. As far as the Millis property, which is this little silver land right here, I sent an email just probably 2 weeks ago to my contact there. He says, I'm still talking with family members. I will get back to you. So I'm not going to press him, but it's still underway. Going back to that fire way up in the Wolf Creek area, it's right where Washington County, Clatsop County, and Columbia County all come together. It's right there in that point. And we got up there and there was a lot of confusion on who's calling who, what radio frequencies we're going to work on, things like that. So we had 2 meetings over 2 weeks with all the players involved with that, and we kind of got a plan worked out for future responses down in that area. It is technically not in a fire district, it's ODF land, but our dispatch is mutual aid, automatic aid too, because we'll get there first typically and initiate stuff. So got that. Jamboree was a success, numerous related medical calls, nothing of significance. The following Tuesday, we had National Night Out where I discovered that being dunked in a dunk tank about 96 times is not that enjoyable, but I did it. And even when I said I'm done, I went out, there's still a line about 15 kids that had already dunked me 4 or 5 times and wanted back at me. I don't know why I was the highlight of the night. So our IGA that we have with Scappoose Fire. Oh,
Steve
sorry.
had something.
You look good, chief, going down.
Yeah, I bet I did. Thank you. I appreciate that. Our inspection agreement with Scappoose Fire, they've already done 3 of them. And everything seems to be going fine. It is actually something we discussed at our fire chiefs meeting, which was on this Monday or yesterday. And I think we might have started something bigger for the whole county. And other districts are looking at what we did and maybe also enter an IGA. So we're kind of spearheading this effort here to maybe look at something bigger in terms of our fire marshal services provided to all districts in the county. So
Nice.
they wanted a copy of our IGA. They will get a copy of our IGA. Earlier, Lieutenant Tannery talked about an emergency repair we had to do. Inside that room over there is a backflow preventer from our main water line that comes in the building, which supplies the whole building with water. A couple months ago, if you recall, we had it fixed. It was leaking. We opted at that time to spend, I think it was around $700 to have a repair kit put on it. And it lasted 2 months and it blew out again. So we called them back up and he said, this one's gonna be a lot more expensive. And I said, well, I can't have water leaking into our server room.
Right.
So they came up and they fixed it. It hit us up for about $2,100, but it had to be done.
But
It's
that's a
about-
replace, right?
It's a replaced brand new one. And they actually had the new code requirements requires that if it leaks, there's actually a little catch basin and a pipe goes outside the building to reroute it. It's a 40-year-old valve. So way it goes, we have to fix it. Finally, oh no, I gotta talk about uniform updates. So we have ordered belt buckles. This is what they look like. They're probably pass it on. No. They're probably a couple months out. Is that what you said? Yeah, a couple months out. We're in line now to get those. Those again will be given to our volunteers that attain a certification level from the state. And our plan is in tooling, but
There's a bug right here.
okay.
I got it.
Am I attracting flies again?
I don't know.
Okay. Our plan is that a volunteer, if they are with the district for more than 5 years, they will take that belt buckle with them.
Nice.
It's just kind of our little carrot, and that is gonna run us in the neighborhood of $2,700 or something, $2,200 for the 30 that we're gonna order. So it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have them. I think they really, I think it's kind of classy. So finally, tonight, I want to start something new, and that is I want to take a moment every board meeting to just spend a couple minutes talking about our volunteer organization. I'm very, very proud of our volunteer organization. They have absolutely, even the time that I've been here, I've seen an incredible amount of enthusiasm stepping up to assist our paid crews, both on calls and with other projects, which I'll point out here in just a second. Tonight, I'm going to recognize our volunteers in this room. Oh, I want to mention one more thing also about the uniforms. Excuse me. We have all of our uniforms have been received. They're over there. We have one of our Vernonia Volunteer Amps Association volunteers came in and did all the patch sewing on them and things like that. However, about 6 months ago, we had some patch badges made up for our district, and we all got them. We all looked at them. We all said, "Oh, they're acceptable. They're a lot cheaper than what we were looking at." And Flo ended up sewing these all on our shirts, and they were looking good. And we're getting ready to distribute them. And one of our summertime staffing personnel who had never seen the patches or badges before looked at it and said, "What's with the spelling error?" And after about 20 of us had looked at these things, we discovered that they couldn't spell the word district. They spelled district.
Oh, yeah.
So those 20 patches or 25 patches were sewn on. I spent about 2 hours here at the table of the stitch ripper, pulling them all off. We contacted the company. It was their error because the proof they sent us was spelled correctly. So we've ordered new patches to come in at no cost to us. But yes, it's spelled district is not spelled with an E in there. So we thought that was kind of funny. Let me talk about Adam Harness right here. Adam's right here. For those who might, he's highlighted in one of our Facebook posts a couple months ago. Adam has been with us 4 or 5 months now. How long? 6? 4 to 6 months. Adam came in, first talked to Lieutenant Abney, and he just lives right down the road here. And Adam says, "Hey, I'm just looking to help out in the community and see what I can do to help." And then he came and talked to me and introduced himself, and has been nothing but a absolute joy to have around this fire station. A very, very positive man, and anytime that something needs to be done, jumps right up and then takes the self-initiative by attending the Banks Fire Academy. He's also now in EMT school, doing his EMT stuff. His daughter has since joined as well, helping us out. She's going to be working on her EMT stuff. She's in the EMT class as well. Yep. We have 7 volunteers currently enrolled in the EMT course, which, no, not 7, no, 5, 4. Sorry, we had a total of 7, but we got scholarships for. So we have a bunch of people in the EMT course. But Adam here is a guy that has brings his mastery of his off-duty, real work job. He brought it to our district, and like I said, he installed a communications antenna on the roof of my vehicle. That's something he does for a living, those kind of things, wiring and outfitting rigs. And when I mentioned him that that's what I would have done, he said, "What do you got?" Looked over stuff. He says, "I'm going to do that." And he came in on his day off here, spent 3 or 4 hours, took the seat out of the rig, pulled all the headboards and stuff down, ran the wires, did it with a smile on his face the entire time. So you're going to be seeing me doing this every drill. I'm going to pull a volunteer in here and tell you how excited I am and how fortunate we are as a community to have people like Adam working for us. Am I missing anything important?
Oh, I'm sure.
Nonetheless, Adam was recognized last night for his completion of the academy, and if I can find another 30 guys like Adam, we'd be just a rock star department. So thank you, Adam. I just wanted to bring that to the attention of the people here that represent the community. So thank you. That is all that the fire chief has for you guys.
All right, moving on to old business.
Board policies. I will fully admit that this last month has been nothing short of crazy, and I have not had time to work on anything. I also want to say this, is that it was requested made to me last board meeting to make copies of our current policies and bring it to you. I didn't get that done either.
Okay.
So I fully admit that I screwed up, but I'm going to get that done this month. I'm taking a little more time off this month. There's still some salmon to be chased after. So I've reached my hours, but I'm continuing to be here and doing what I need to do. But I will have those for you guys next board meeting. And a strategic plan under B.
Remains tabled.
It's tabled until probably October-ish.
Yep.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. New business. District agents of record. We have a resolution.
Under your new business tabs. 2023-3. Go to yours is in your folder.
Did everyone have a chance to read over the agents of record resolution?
Yeah.
And we'll have to do this every July.
Yep. So that's just an annual task. Do I have a motion for accepting the agents?
We're doing one at a time, right?
The resolutions.
I know, but there's two, so. Are we gonna do one at a time? One motion at a time?
It's the resolution.
For each one.
Yes,
each
that's
two.
the resolution for agents of record.
All right,
That's first.
I will make a motion for resolution 2025-3.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Second.
Any debate, comment? James,
Aye.
Steve? Dawn?
Aye.
Amy?
Aye.
Unanimous. Motion carries. All right, resolution 2025-4, audit deficiencies. Did we read that one over? Is there a motion for it?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2025-4.
To accept it?
Yes, sorry.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Is there any comment or discussion or debate? Hearing none. James,
Aye.
Steve? Steve? Don,
Aye.
Amy?
Aye.
Unanimous motion carries. And approving authorized bank signer, adding me.
So we got everyone removed, Pizarski, Mickey, and Kelly, all removed from the bank account.
Get,
Steve and Don and Amy have all been added.
perfect, we're done, okay.
Can't get out of that 2 days.
There's a special guy that still needs to be added.
I will make a motion to approve big sign for Neil Kennedy.
All right, is there a second to that motion?
I will second it.
All right.
Yeah, I lasted a year, so I
Mhm.
made it 2.
James,
Aye.
Steve? Yeah, is that a thumbs
I'm
up?
trying to hear it for the recording.
Aye, thumbs
Yeah,
up.
Don,
Aye.
Amy? All
Aye.
right, motion carries. Does that mean I just have to go down to the bank?
Yep, to the bank you go.
As long as do you have a one
I
account?
do not.
Okay, so they'll, yeah, if you don't have a one account, they'll need you to go in so that they can take a copy of your ID.
Okay. And is that whenever I just roll in there?
I believe so.
yeah.
Is there anybody I have to see or?
There's a gal named Brooke, it's available, but usually there's another gal. There's an
Okay.
office on each side, usually they have someone there. to do that for you.
It's
You might need minutes too.
Yeah, we'll get.
Oh, yeah, you'll
Okay.
need a copy.
Get those typed up and I'll, you know.
Perfect. All right, dorm room lockers and cabinets.
I'm gonna turn this one over to Lieutenant Carr.
So Chief took all of you that are here back to our room. You guys kind of got to see what we're kind of dealing with. And so something that as a paid staff, we kind of came together and brought to Chief was just some concerns on our ability to secure our personal items, like our car keys, our phone iPads, things like that. Currently Charlotte has nowhere to keep extra kind of stuff. So if she comes and relieves and takes one of our spots, she has to bring like 4 bags in. And as you can see, it's just not super professional. If we do a tour of this building, we're gonna come in, that's just not really something that's super presentable. So with Chief's permission, I did some research, found a couple options. We found one on lockers.com, which is just generic lockers.
Jason, no? Here's James.
And it was generic lockers, but they're just a little over $5,000. So Chief sent me a link to a local company down in Scappoose to have them come up and do a quote for us. We had I think one of the owners, he at least had the same last name as the company, come out here and he gave us a quote. He said normally he would charge like $13,000 to do it. But he said he would donate his time if we bought the stuff. And so the ultimate price for him was like $57.40 to do it, but he would do custom fit. They would take up all the space, it would go all the way to the ceiling, it would include somewhere for us to put our bedding, it would have drawers for like our own shoes and stuff. And it would really clean up that whole room. It would have a commercial grade finish on it, the whole deal, for like $600 more than the generic lockers that we have shipped. Those lockers aren't that expensive, but it's $1,000 to ship them, that's why they're so expensive. So that's why we want to go somewhere local. So I guess what we're hoping to do is get permission to spend that kind of money that's not budgeted for. But things to kind of counteract that is we carried forward more than $11,000 than we expected. And then part of the resolution 25-4 that you guys approved was some mathematical errors previously done that resulted in our bond account having anywhere between $24,000 and $28,000 extra in it because it was overpaid over the last few years. So in reality, we're $35,000 to $39,000 ahead of this budget cycle. So for just under $6,000, we get 4 lockers. That would include drawers for us, a way to secure our stuff, and a place to put our bedding. Chief doesn't know I'm gonna say this, but for an extra 1,000, they would put a locker similar in his office.
I asked him to remove that.
So
It's more important these guys get lockers, but there was talk of also putting a locker in my office for stuff that I have. I said, let's try to get that quote down to closer to what we're getting from the ones online that will be shipped to us. It's not a necessity. I'm willing to go out and spend $30 on Marketplace to put a locker in there if I have to. I don't care, but,
So the only thing I would say is looking towards the future, right? And at some point, if you're no longer here and we have a permanent party.
got a hint?
No, not at all. I'm just saying, it would be nice if they all match and it's the professionalism of the station.
And it would give him a place to,
He ain't leaving anyways, so.
just like last night, he went swimming.
Right.
There'd be a place for that spare uniform.
Right.
So, he wasn't expecting that. So
No,
for
I was not
1,000
expecting that. And we'll be talking after the meeting, Lieutenant Carr.
I know, I figured I just forgot. So basically what I'm asking for, if possible, is either 6,000, no more than 6,000 to do the 4, or no more than 7,000 to add it.
I think just buying lockers myself for where I work. When you get them online, you really don't know what you're getting until they get here.
Yep.
Type of a thing.
Correct.
And I think the custom built ones would be better.
Probably some
Well,
warranty.
the
They'll
ones
come around.
online are literally 6 foot and done.
Mm.
The ones he's building will be 6 foot, and then the last bit he's gonna put a huge open, like it'll still be closable, but that's where we'll be able to put our beddings. Because right now, we have our beddings in little Costco to it, under the bed.
Mhm.
So if we ever switch bed frames, and that got, it's a whole thing. So it just is a maximum utilization of space. So,
And it gives it a finished look.
and it is professional to where we give tours. We're not like, well, that's the room, but we're gonna keep that door closed kind of thing. So.
And going local, like somebody,
right.
if something happens, he'll come out and fix it.
And it was really awesome. His email when he sent me the quote, it was like, I'll donate the time, so I want you guys to have something specially.
That's
And
awesome.
to me, that's huge.
Yeah,
Right? It's
yeah.
a local half hour away, and whatever. So it's pretty wonderful. So.
Cool.
You guys.
Because he took that position he took, I'm gonna take a neutral stance on this. Up to the board.
So I will make a motion not to exceed $7,000 for cabinets in the
Rooms.
both rooms.
Do I have a second?
Okay.
Is there any discussion, debate? Steve, you got something? Yeah, I see a hand.
Yeah, just excess that they've come up with. I personally think it's a very good idea too, and I agree with what you said, Neil, and Don said the same thing in regards to custom built versus something you get through the mail. Sometimes you get it and it doesn't really fit like you want it to. I think the professionalism, I think when you find extra money like that, and it's not like you're spending the whole wad, you're spending a portion. And I think it's a valuable resource for the crew.
The other thing we do is, I just thought about this too, and I mentioned earlier, but just remembered it, is that we can have them painted to match all the rest of the trim in here versus whatever we get from the other place, so.
Plus you don't have to install them.
Good point. Good point.
That's
Okay.
He doesn't have to install. Mr. Installer there.
Okay. Any other conversation, debate on this? James?
yeah, just
Steve? Yes, Steve.
aye.
Don?
Just aye.
Amy?
Aye.
Unanimous motion carries.
Sorry, chief, you're stuck here for life.
Put name on it. and everything.
Well,
We can engrave black.
You
can build sheets a little
Or-
lower, you know.
It doesn't have to be as tall. Okay, yeah.
Some cost savings,
Less
less material.
Knock a couple $100 off that thing. What else you got, eh?
But that would benefit me as well.
If I have a custom apple box.
And then we'll have, under new business next, the monthly bills for the checks that Brody and I are allowed to sign, and we have a limit.
So, can I talk
Is
about?
there a limit
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, well, there really isn't. We,
Okay.
several, 4 or 5, 6 months ago, you guys, we talked about these reimbursement checks. A volunteer goes out and spends some money on some food or a train, something like that. They come back, we don't want to have to wait for 3 weeks, a month to get reimbursed, and the board authorized us to do these reimbursement checks. And, in full disclosure, there's probably been a couple extras. For example, Chief Meyer, we authorized a stipend check 2 board meetings ago. And that was for a little over $2,000. Well, I went ahead and signed that check, so because you guys had already pre-authorized me doing that. But you guys have I have a limit on my credit card expenditure for, emergency stuff or what have you, for a limit of $3,500. That was decided under policy. What we're asking is how do you guys feel about Charlotte and I sign checks for the simple point is to have to keep you guys from coming in and signing checks on your days off. Or roundabout stuff right here. You guys will still review every check. You'll see every expenditure. There'll be an accounting of all those checks. You can put a limit, say it's more than $3,500, $5,000, whatever. We'd like to sign that check. But basically it'll cut down the amount of time that either we have to bring one of you guys in for a sudden check that needs to be paid right now, or having 15 checks put out here in front of the room for $80 and,
$12.
Yeah.
64 cents?
So it makes no difference to me because that's what you guys pay me to do, to be here and handle these things, but whatever you want to.
So for those of you that weren't here during that prior discussion,
Oh, that's also,
I was in favor of like a $5,000 signature level. He's the CEO of the corporation at this point.
So it's, I mean, I had to come in and sign reimbursement checks for like $50, $60. I mean, that was back when I didn't have a full-time job again, so didn't bother, but
Right. Now, what that means is that if we authorize that it shouldn't change anything, but we're all on the hook for acknowledging these things. So when we get those treasurer reports, you should already be looking at them and scrutinizing them. This would add another layer to that, right? Just the fact that something could pass under the radar potentially if we weren't diligent about it.
every single check, every single Amazon expenditure, everything credit card expenditure. I require my folks in Charlotte backs me up. We'll have a receipt for you. And if there's a question regarding why did you buy, like you will see on the credit card, I bought cake and cookies for the graduation ceremony last night. It's been $49 of your money. But if you have a question, would you buy it from Meyer for $49? This is what it is. Yep.
well, that's the other good thing is we get the receipts with every bill. Every check in there
Absolutely.
has an invoice to it.
There's always backup to it.
So it makes no difference to me. I'm happy to do it just to cut down on your workload and, but ultimately you guys are the ones who are like, you'll point out you're responsible.
Like, I literally signed a check for $12.74.
Yep.
I mean, come on.
So do we have a motion? Is this something that we want to do?
Do we have a limit? I guess.
There'd be well, that would be included in the motion, right? So
What can you spend now, chief?
do you guys,
Well, legally, I mean, for the board meeting, and again, I fudged on a little bit, but it was just reimbursement checks. only.
No, yeah, I think it
But
was like,
technically
I
speaking,
think it
a
was-
check is a reimbursement, sort
I
of.
think it was like 500. And that was the limit.
It was like 500.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Wasn't very much.
no, it's not very much.
Some of our monthly bills are more than that have to be paid regardless.
We want to avoid late fees also.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So in theory, is this group open to something like this?
I don't see why not. I don't-
Dawn, you have
As
a
long, as
feeling?
long as the checks and balances are done, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and one of these board members, one of us has authority, has responsibility as the treasurer, correct? Who did we nominate?
This guy.
Yeah. Steve, do you have a feeling on this, one way or the other?
But unfortunately, my internet service over here in Lapine in the mountains, like you can see, is not the best. So it's kind of broken up a little bit, but I'm following the gist of it. So if a motion's going to be made, I would rather have one of you do it because it's more clear. But as far as me, I'm in favor of it because I understand the inconvenience to stop and buy, and it just kind of streamlines things. And everything we see and do has to have a check and balance system anyway. I mean, that's how you kind of ended up with this extra money is you found some discrepancies and they've been made right. And that's the whole process.
Steve, do you have a feeling on, like a dollar limit? Is there a point that you're uncomfortable with? How's that?
I was going to ask the chief what he thought as far as a dollar amount. And so I would kind of base it on what they see they have to use each month to give that some consideration.
On average, the treasury report, I mean, even this month, we only had maybe one check that went over 3,000, and last month, I think there was two.
The largest are usually going to be our health insurance, of course, which is normally around 5,900. And then we'll have ones around 2,000 or 3,000, and those are usually automotive. So if we need to have repairs done on our engines, we pay a True North or Clatskanie Fire.
I mean, I would feel comfortable with 3,000. Because I'm looking at the treasury report and there's like literally 3 checks each month that are above that.
Yep.
And they're kind of important. They're health and welfare, things that we should actually look at and sign. These other ones,
Question,
I don't know about that.
just so my clarity, I would like to throw out the recommendation of 3,500, so it matches up with
That's-
credit card.
I was just gonna ask. Signature authority on the credit
That's
card.
fine. And that's fine as well. I mean, then like you have this one check that was 35.19.
Nope. you'd
That'd
have
be
to sign it.
beyond the.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
So, all right, I will make a motion to allow Chief and Charlotte sign checks not to exceed $3,000 to pay the bills.
3,500.
Oh, 3,500, sorry. You just
I
said
will
that,
second
didn't you?
that motion.
Okay. Is there any debate or discussion? James,
Aye.
Steve?
Aye.
Dawn,
Hi.
Amy,
Aye.
unanimous, motion carried. I think we missed our audience participation.
Nope, that's next.
Wait, what the one did I miss?
We threw E.
Oh, it
Right
was,
here.
it was in between. I got you. Okay.
Now it's audience.
All right, audience participation. Anybody?
Speak now or hold your peace.
I'll just look at this guy.
Does James have anything?
I was gonna say,
No, must not.
Well, Steve does.
All right.
You think I do? Well, I was just gonna tell Chief, I've got a special apple box for your locker. It's in my garage. I'll bring to
My
you.
goodness.
Yeah. If next time you're up there, let me show you what they did for my food shelves in the kitchen. They labeled them up especially nice for me. I'll show you. It's right there.
I want to know if they've made you alligator stew though.
Oh, boy.
Others.
Yeah, don't worry, Chief. We've seen that video.
Nope, I'm
It was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Oh, that's great. All right.
Any item not on the agenda open to the public, board and staff participation? We don't have anything in there, right?
Board comments?
You're doing a fine job, Chief.
Board comments? I'll make a good board comment. I watched you guys operate over Jamboree and watch the professionalism. And I can't tell you how proud I am of the fact that I'm a part of this organization. again. And it's really nice to see you guys working well together. Yeah, you had a busy weekend, so, and I'm very thankful. And the comments I'm hearing on the street are also positive for the whole crew. I mean, everybody talks highly of you guys. So, it's a
All right, suggestions for future meetings? Anybody have anything? Okay. Yes.
I'm gonna just put this one on the radar. And, sorry, Charlotte. I would like to, at least bring up the idea next board meeting to maybe, it might require us to have a special board workshop perhaps in the not too distant future to discuss the idea of changing our levy that we have currently in place. So I just want to put that on the radar for everybody. It's something that we've talked about internally, and I think it's going to be about time that we need to have a discussion at a higher level to talk about possible changes to our current operating levy.
I think that you are right about that, and I'm thinking, I won't be here for the September meeting.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that we look at that maybe for the October meeting.
Okay.
Thank you, Neil. When are you trying to do this?
I'm
November?
not trying to do anything without the.
No,
board.
what I'm saying is, when are you trying to get to the election? November?
It'd be the May of 2026.
Okay.
May 2026 election. And if with the board's permission, I would gladly say out loud what I'm talking about, just in brief summary. Would you like to hear that?
Sure, let's do it.
In brief summary, what I have discovered is that our current budget, as Lieutenant Carr pointed out, is real good. We do have concerns about our next budget after that. Right now, we're a little flushed, but it's believed that into our next budget, we're gonna be on the line or perhaps just a little bit below that line. With the amount of work and amount of public outreach and encouragement and response support that we provide this community with the extra staffing that we've had this summer. Christina Wolf's here. She's been working for us on her days off from Metro. I believe that the service we have provided the public has far exceeded what we could do with one person on duty. That what I will be looking at is to possibly talk to the board about asking the voters of this community to raise our current total dollar amount tax from 214 to 219 up to 297. And the reason I chose 297 is that's the exact same amount of money that they're paying in Clatskanie and Columbia River. And get a little bit more in Scappoose, but that's the exact same number. I do that for a couple different reasons. I believe that's a number that is kind of so far been accepted by two other communities in Columbia County as a working number. It would not get us anywhere close to the being able to provide the services that they provide at 297 per thousand, but it will allow us it would allow us to hire additional part-time staffing that we could, currently we have Charlotte who works 40 hours a week. She works typically Monday through Thursdays. I would like to staff this during the daytime every day of the week. And we'd have a pool of people like we have our summertime staffing to be able to fill those. It would also give us some breathing room and some wiggle room. We have old fire engines. Last month, 2 of them broke down. Well, actually 3 of our primary rigs broke down. They were all fortunately little leaks. 2 of them required us to take them out of the district down to Clatskanie and get them fixed. We have $60,000 in our reserve fund. $62,000 in our reserve fund to buy a new fire apparatus. They're $900,000. We're not making any ground whatsoever to replace our equipment. And it would give us some breathing room to be able to offer much better service, to improve our response delivery, to improve our equipment. And I believe that now is probably a pretty good time. I'm not aware of any other significant levies being asked. 911 may ask for their levy. They tried and failed twice. But I believe in asking this community alone, based upon what they've seen so far in the past year or so, I believe now would be a good time for us to at least ask that with our community. If they're willing to do that.
So something to think about, and then we expect to see it on our October agenda.
I'll bring you a much more formal plan at that point. But I won't say plan, an idea.
So one thing to add to that too is that the bond for the 10-year ends this year too. So that's 18 cents per thousand. So people, that'll end this year, so it'll soften for them asking.
Yep.
I think whatever you come up with, we just have to have a good plan.
Absolutely. And I've already, I've got a whole list of stuff in my office of things I said that we could do, that we would make selling points to the public on. I've got some outreach ideas, things to do. When I got here, if you guys recall, I went out and I met with the American Legion. I went to the churches. I went to City Hall. I went to the senior center to introduce myself. It'll be about time for me to go back out there and start talking to people again. I'm not afraid to do that. And that's what I'm here for. I'm the guy that has to sometimes, give everybody the news of what we're talking about and hear feedback and kind of decide what we're gonna do.
Good of the order.
There is an SDAO Board of Directors training that is being offered. I have a flyer for you, or did I give it to you?
No.
I did have it, and it's somewhere in here. I can forward it to all of you guys. I'll just smart my stack here. And then we have the Oregon Fire District Directors Association Conference coming up November 20th through the 22nd. I don't know if you guys have received that information. If you haven't, I'm happy to email that as well. I can put them both in the same email. That way you guys have information on upcoming trainings.
I plan on attending the Oregon Fire District Director Association Conference. It is like the SDO conference that us three attended, but it's just fire personnel.
Yeah.
And it is an awesome time to network, to see what other board directors are doing, how they're governing, what the ideas they've got, what they've done. And it'll be just focused 100% on fire. So it's in Seaside. It's certainly something you guys could spend the night in your own bed every night if you wanted to, or we'll put you up in a hotel down there. Doesn't make a difference, but it'd be good. I wanted to back up real quick to the SDO Board of Directors training. That is the in-person training required by OJEC, but that's also available as a webinar. Did we send you guys a link yet to how to?
Yeah, that's the one we were talking about, right?
For this one.
Or is that something
No,
different?
that one was for the meetings law. So I can send.
It's come by email. I haven't gotten anything yet.
Okay, perfect. I can send them both tomorrow. I'll send information on both.
There's webinars you can just sign up for in certain days and weeks and months and hours. It's a 2.5-hour class. It is what you guys took it, right?
We did it in person at the SEO.
That's right. Okay.
Yep, we did.
Yes, we did.
Like 3 times.
There you go. And so I can email this information to all of you.
You can send that around.
So we put the IGA information with the Scappoose Fire District inspection process. It's up on our website. I just made a letter out today that we'll keep up here in front that we can hand out to people regarding how to access that service. And like I said, so far it's been fine. Been fine.
Do we have anybody, staff, going to the safety conference in Bend? Is anybody attending that?
Not to my knowledge. I haven't heard about it.
I
At least-
haven't heard about-
It was in SDAO, so
Oh.
look at SDAO emails
Okay.
this week. I think it's. I want to say it was,
How did I miss that?
I think it was mid-September, late September.
There's one on September 4th.
I think that might have been
It's a
it.
one-day conference? And
Well,
Yeah,
it was a 2-day or 3-day
There's a couple.
safety, not only for the enterprise, but for the individual as well. So they were doing both.
Look that up.
Oh, the one I was looking at is,
And as I recall, it's fire specific. I don't think it's industrial. I think it's
yeah,
fire
no,
specific.
this one is Thursday, September 4th. This is about volunteers, paying volunteers.
I saw that. That's
volunteer
the
handbook.
one over in Clackamas.
Yes, I saw that one.
I saw that.
Me too.
I get so many emails from SEO, I
know.
stopped reading them.
That's why I'm hit and miss on them, but that one looked good.
Do I have board support if I find the right person, which might be me or might be somebody else, to go to that event, and then do I have board support to make that happen?
I would say so. Does anybody else have a thought on that?
It'll cost us, well, we'll send a staff vehicle.
Can't hear you, Steve.
Is this the safety conference that you're talking about in Bend?
Yeah, that one. Did you see that?
Oh, safety
Okay.
and security.
Well, that's the grant.
Oh, yeah.
That was another question I had.
That was a lot.
So Steve, did you read the Bend conference? Did you see the Bend conference?
I saw it, but I didn't get a chance to get into it detail. But I've been to that conference before. It is a really, really good conference to go to.
So you would support sending staff?
Absolutely. I would absolutely support sending staff.
Okay. We'll find out what day it is.
Okay.
I will talk to staff about that.
And then so James reminded me, the grant, the SDAO security and safety grant is available. It is a matching funds
Matching
grant.
grant, right, $2,500.
And do we have any appropriate projects that are pending out there?
So I did see that grant. I did not take that one to staff. I kind of thought that over my mind. I cannot think of
Okay.
any. We could put cameras up around the building and things like that. I don't know. We haven't had any serious security things. I mean, not to say it won't happen, but we have not yet identified any serious security risks to this building yet.
Okay.
I know this grant comes around every year,
It
and
does.
if it's something we identify next year, then it's certainly something we can look at.
You got a bad bee problem in the shop. Chief, I tell you that.
Did you get stung?
I killed a lot of them. Killed a lot.
The last thing I just wrote on here is next board meeting, which you won't be at, we'll get you later on, maybe we can do it anytime you want. Is we'd like to get pictures of you, if you don't mind, for the website in your board shirts. Just hit up Lieutenant Tannery, she can take a picture of you guys. We'll set that up and we'd like to put that up on our website, if you don't mind. So just come down to your board shirts.
And then I'd like to share that we received our first fire recovery check. And we have another one on the way, I believe. So that's exciting.
In what dollar value?
$420.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Mhm.
Success.
Was this for your traffic control for the log accident? Did we submit that?
So that one happened like 6
Oh, that
days.
was breaking.
Yeah, right. Right before.
All right.
So also, I would like to thank Charlotte for one, and Brandon coming to my house on a call, calming my daughter down. She definitely needed it because things would have gotten bad real quick. So I do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You almost got a call like 20 minutes later, but she calmed down.
What's with the board members?
I don't know. I was just gonna say that.
You should employ her, chief.
I work with.
She will keep you on your toes, I'll tell you that.
Welcome to my life.
All right. Anything else?
Yes,
Oh,
Steve.
we got Steve. Steve, or is that waving by?
No, I'm not waving bye-bye yet. I just thought, our district has done a tremendous amount of business on auto parts, the Napa store. And as you all know, that Janine has passed away. And I thought it would be nice if the fire district sent flowers to her memorial service, which is going to be held at Camp Cedar Ridge on the 24th of o'clock. What are your thoughts?
Hey, can we call him?
Steve, I'm gonna call you on the phone. Your connection is terrible.
Yeah, it's really bad over here. Give me a call.
But now we can hear you just fine.
Just call him, chief.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I sound like the phone company. Can you hear me now?
Try that again.
Okay, can you, if you can't hear me, okay, I'll just call you, chief.
Go.
You're good.
Okay, what I was suggesting is that because Vernonia Fire District has done business with the Vernonia Auto Parts Napa store for many, many years, the passing of Janine, who I feel was a very worthy person of the community, I think it would be nice if we as a district, if we could send flowers to their.
To her memorial.
You know when that is.
It's August 24th or is it this
Got you,
one?
chief.
I'm gonna mute you.
17th?
Well, can you mute your microphone? Just talk by,
Yep.
phone.
24th.
All right, Steve, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Steve? Well, that didn't work.
Gotta answer your phone, Steve.
He's talking.
Can you hear me, Steve? No.
I can hear you loud and clear. I thought I muted everything off. What I was just suggesting, chief, is that we as a district have done a lot of business with Vernonia Auto Parts Napa over the years. And with the passing of Janine Zavlis, I thought it would be nice if our district sent flowers to her memorial service, which is going to be on the 24th of August at 3 in the afternoon at Camp Cedar Ridge.
Happy to do that.
I agree. I think that'd be nice. I think it's a good idea.
Okay, we'll make, yeah, we're gonna make it happen, Steve.
Okay, sounds great.
That's a great
All
idea.
I have.
And we'll put it on behalf of the entire Vernonia Fire District, so,
Sure,
okay,
sure.
okay. I'm just leave you, on my phone here for the rest of the meeting. We're just about done.
Okay.
All right. Do we have anything else? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I will make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Do I have a second?
I second it.
James,
Aye.
Steve,
Aye.
Dawn,
Aye.
Amy?
Aye.
Well, what's
Just
next
over
one?
an hour.
Oh, God, tell us when the next board
Minute.
meeting is.